This is a small problem on Epic Elite. This is a very, very difficult quest to solo, especially on a first life character. I'd recommend that you don't try to solo this quest. If you can find a group, great. If not, then you could skip it. I'm running into group because there's a few people in my guild that are at the same level range as me that need the same quest I do. And I don't think that I don't think that running this group will take away from my ability to explain the quest, so I'm going to go ahead and join this group. They're both guildies. Uh, Coronavir is the guild leader, and Karani is a friend of Coronavir, a longtime guild member, and they're both great players.
Voice. Get up, Nail. More little people.
And a lot of fun to run with.
Try to steal something.
Another giant responds.
I don't wanna. You can't make me.
Especially on Epic Elite, you do not want to steal their backpack. Whatever you do, you don't want to steal it. So we are just going to ignore them and head to Brawn Pits. If you do steal their backpacks, you just have like an extra fight to do. It's pretty rough, really, I'd say. I forgot to bring my hireling out, but I think it'll be okay. We've got a favorite soul in the group. But probably last quest, if I would have brought my hireling out, I may not have died in the one spot I died in. So I will try to bring out my hireling. I almost forget. Because the self-healing is working pretty well, I almost forget about it sometimes.
A thunderous voice rumbles next to you.
Careful!
So we just talked to her.
Shallow.
Takes a little while for him to actually be active to talk to him. There we go. Now we just follow him.
You explain theater to the giant, but to earn his trust, you'll have to become his apprentice. Your training begins. Brawn Pits gives you a task.
Seek the altar near the waterfall to appease the spirits before you take their water. And don't be jumping off that cliff. That water's shallow. You might sprain your ankles.
Looks like Karani's already been here ahead of us. He took a shortcut. I'm guessing he's already got in the water too. So I'm guessing what he did is went up the hill and then jumped down up from up there. That's the way we met. That's roughly where we met Brawn Pits, and that's a. I'm not sure it's a shortcut, but you could avoid some fighting that way. But you still have to run back, so you have to fight them on the way back. Alright, so now we gotta get some rocks. Oh, remnant chest up there. I'm gonna switch to my go difference really, my animated attain. Alright, so we have enough rocks, we can go back and talk to Brawn Pits now.
Brawn Pit says
If Brothers Grimm don't have any firewood, check up in the hills northwest of here.
And we go up the same path where the rocks were to go up, and there'll be some fire elementals we can get. I'm gonna go back this way, there's two more here. This one. one over here. And these always have a really high chance of being champions, dropping, you know, which gives us a chance to get champion chests. There we go. Alright, so now we want to kind of go towards that tree. That's where Brawn Pits is. Sort of that tree with that bushy thing in front of it. Right here. Brawn Pits is right below that.
Brawn Pits nods towards his campfire.
Eat hearty. You will have a lot of climbing to do to commune with spirits of the sky atop
And
that
this
pillar.
eating is really to give us a
Do
big buff
give
on
you
jump.
strength.
This gives us a 15-minute level 15 jump spell. So that's plus 30 to our jump skill, and that should give all of us the maximum jump skill. You know, you could have a very high number like 100, but there's some number I believe in the 40s that's the maximum that you could actually benefit from. So whether you have 45 or 100, it's the same jump ability. And this is arguably the hardest part of the quest, kind of combined with the last part of the very end of the quest. We're going to get mobs and mods of Typhlings here, casters, and they're going to CC us, magic missile. In fact, I probably ought to get my shield quickly on. And so, and they respawn constantly. So I don't have my True Seeing on right now. I have my Featherfall cloak on, but I need it for this, so I can't swap it. I had some exhaustion spell on me, so I had to undo that. That would impact my jumping ability. And this should be the last one, although there's a tough fight. There's a tough fight on this hill, and we can't let the elemental die, so that's very, very important. And he should not die. I mean, actually, the biggest risk of him dying is us killing him, because he's considered like an enemy. So we want to try to... turns friendly. And we get to interact with him, and now we need to rescue Brawn Pits.
Hurry! They are about to attack.
Alright, well now we need to just escort him, and probably Karani as the healer will probably be the one to take him, I'm guessing. And this is our last chance to shrine, but we don't really need to shrine. Look, there's somebody throwing something over here. See if I can... And so now we need to escort him to the end. It's not too bad till the very end. The very end fight is pretty tough as well. And again, that especially to solo, this is a very tough one to solo. So if you solo it, I think you could solo it on epic hard pretty easily as a first lifer on this build. Epic elite, I think it's just a little bit too much to try. Although I mean, I think it can be done, but I just think it's just really tough. So I suggest not even bothering trying to have an elite solo. The other three can definitely be soloed pretty easily. So you get just a different, if you do fight these guys and kill them, you get a different story. Says something like, I wonder where the Brothers Grimms have gone. And you get experience points for not killing those guys, which is kind of unusual. Alright, now we talk to him, and he tells us we have presents. This isn't quite the really hard part yet. That's coming up very soon. And this is the tough part here coming up. I want to make sure nobody gets locked out for this part. Alright.
A whispery voice echoes in the valley.
Here they come. So these orange named wolves, along with a bunch of other enemies, we have to make sure Bronchus doesn't die. Oh, I'm CC'd. Let's see. I think I'll make it. I'm not going to use my thing on it. I want to save it just in case the party gets in trouble. 8 seconds, that's kind of long. I'm going to use my armor in there. That is it. That's a very tough fight, especially to solo. Now we just kind of escort him here, and we've got our epic chest that's not available on heroic. We just have to wait till he gets far enough over here. Oh, looks like there's something else. Fire elemental. And it's here.
Brawn Pit safely reaches the caravan on the way to Stormreach. Your work here is done.
Token of the 12. So we haven't got any seals yet. We can get seals in these chests. And that's to upgrade items from heroic to epic. And nothing too interesting here. I'll just grab something. I'll grab these Commendations of Valor. And that is a small problem on Epic Elite.